Little weed people. Oh, nigga. Let's see if everything's working. Ooh, trying to see if this mic is working. Okay, we are good to go. Hello traders, welcome to another live stream. So the reason I'm doing this stream is because I think I made a video recently when I showed you one of the accounts that I'm managing, one of the positions that I was in. So I've managed to close that position. So we're gonna go ahead. Let me just go ahead and log into the account again, and then we can see what is going on with the account. And yeah, so for those of you that don't know, I mean, I use IG to trade. This is one of my clients' account that I'm managing. So let's go over to live accounts, and we can look at some of the we're going to look at the breakdown of obviously the trades I've just closed. Like I said, I've already made a video. I showed you guys that trade, but we're going to look at the results because I've already closed the trade. It was a trade I took. Like I said, with this account, I'm using a swing trading strategy to manage these accounts. So for those of you guys who are not familiar with swing trading is a type of trading where you're going to open a position for a few days to a week probably. So it's kind of like it's a lot better and a lot stressful compared to day trading, because with day trading you kind of have to kind of be in your emotional mind constantly throughout the day. Well, as when it comes to swing trading, it's all about the fact if you are able to understand the morning, sir. It's Jabu from. Hey, well, nice of you to join me, Jabu, from South Africa. Oh, okay. Anyway, like I was saying, this account is an account that I'm trading using the swing trading, and especially the contraction and expansion strategy that I use. I know a lot of people are not familiar with the contraction and expansion strategy. It's a very, very, I mean, I think I've made a few videos on that on YouTube as well, just to kind of show you what the strategy is about. So first of all, let's go over to the platform and have a look at the trades I've got in currently. I mean, again, it's the same strategy I'm using for this. So I'm currently in two trades, EasyJet and PayPal Holdings. Obviously, this trades are also based on the contraction and expansion strategy, and we're gonna go over the trades and the reason why I took them, obviously, and try to explain to you guys. I showed you a little bit more about the strategy that I'm using to trade. So you can see currently the account is on. I started this account with around 50k, and I've taken a huge profit on the US dollar, Turkish lira. I mean, close to 50 grand profit on that one as well, which we're gonna go over the charts and look at the results as well. So let's head back onto the MyAG. Let's go on live accounts. Actually, if you've got any questions, just drop it in the charts. We're gonna this is gonna be a short stream. It's not gonna be a long stream. But let's look at the history, and let's go to P&L breakdown. Let's look at the last 7 days and closed. So, and you're gonna see the Turkish lira. So focus on the Turkish lira. These I've still got the little trades. Sometimes when I'm in profit, I do like to take my a profit. I don't like to, you know, kind of completely just take a huge loss on a certain trade. But if you look at the Turkish lira, there's a lot of Turkish lira trades. I mean, this is probably the biggest one, a 28 grand on that one, 3 grand on that one, about 2 grand on that one, 3 grand, 3 grand, 3 grand, 3 grand. So they total to around about 50, 40, 50k on that one. You have to pay a lot when you're trading some of the exotic currency, especially when it comes to like you know, the overnight. You know, you guys, you know, when if you're familiar with trading, you should know this. They do charge you a small fee, but when it comes to that the exotic currency pairs, they do take a huge chunk, I would say. But yeah, so anyway, this is the account. Like I said, you've seen the you know, the trades I'm in currently, and I mean, I'm down about 8k, but that's still around 4-5% of the total equity of that account. So and these are trades that I'm pretty confident they're gonna I mean, I've just, you know, opened this trade not too long ago anyway. But let's head over to, first of all, let's look at the US dollar against Turkish lira. Like I said, this is done with contraction and expansion. You can see it's still going up, even if I closed my position yesterday somewhere there, but it's still going up. And so let's look at the US dollar Turkish lira. I'm gonna go over to the daily chart, and I don't know if you guys remember, I've made a video on this one, in terms of understanding contraction and expansion, especially focusing on the contractions, these little contractions that we're getting every single now and then. And then after the contraction, we always get the expansion, right? All these ones, the expansions. The market contracts and then it expands. It contracts and then it expands. It contracts and then it expands. I was on this expansion trade. This is where I've made the 40-50k that I've just shown you on the US dollar Turkish lira. But this is just more than just looking at the strat and, you know, marking out the contractions and then, you know, putting arrows and whatever. There's a lot more than that. I mean, this is a strategy that requires a lot of attention to details, because even if you understand these contractions, they're all different. They're not the same. There's so many different contractions, so you have to be able to understand the behavior on each and every contraction before you can trade it. So like but anyway, so that's the Turkish lira trade. And let's look at a couple of other trades that I'm in as well, which is the PayPal holdings and also the EasyJet one. So I've got the PayPal holding. Obviously the markets are closed, they open, you know, at 2:30. You know, I do trade stocks as well. That's the beauty of this contraction expansion strategy. It doesn't matter what it is that you use it on. You can use it on cryptocurrency, Forex, you know, indices, commodities, stocks, anything that's got a chart. You can use the contraction and expansion strategy on it. So what am I looking at here? We're looking at PayPal here. Again, we're going to use the same thing that I've just shown you on the US dollar Turkish lira. We have got the contraction. There's a little expansion here that was followed by another contraction. So the market is currently in the contraction phase. So now what do we expect next to happen? Expansion. So we're going to get that expansion. And a few months from now, probably, I don't know how long I'm going to be in this this trade, but a few months from now, obviously we're going to come back here and you're going to see wonders on these accounts. Like I said, I'm going to show you these accounts as well in a few months time, based on that trade. So PayPal holdings, like I said, expecting another expansion. If you guys are not familiar with this contraction expansion strategy, you're like, I mean, I don't even know. This is a strategy that that banks and hedge funds use in order to trade, and you have to be able to. If you don't know this strategy, like I said, just make an effort to learn it. Like I'm not trying to get you guys to go and buy my course or whatever, but like I said, this is a contraction. It is a strategy that I use to manage some of the big accounts that I'm trading, and it's perfectly suitable for a swing trader. And if you're a swing trader, this I mean, I don't know if you guys recall, there's one of the trades that trades prediction that I've made on on Bitcoin. Probably, I think it's around 2 years ago now. And funny enough, like I had a student back then that I was teaching him the contraction and expansion strategy, and he actually took a trade on that Bitcoin prediction I made, where I said expect Bitcoin to rally from 4K, and he's made almost $500,000 on that trade. So unfortunately, I didn't buy Bitcoin back then, even though it was my prediction. I think we can go over to TradingView. Let's have a look at that prediction. It was my prediction, but I never did anything about it. So let's go over, not this one. Yeah, this prediction. So this is the prediction. Again, another contraction and expansion strategy that I used. So someone actually took this trade, one of my students, and is still holding on to it, and Bitcoin is still rallying. So, but anyway, back to the account and talking about the contraction and expansion strategy. Guys, I don't know what your plan, what your trading plan is like, or what do you, I mean, there's a lot of people, like, first of all, like I always say, you have to know what kind of trader you are, and you can either be a swing trader or a day trader, and you have to be able to find a strategy that's gonna fit that type of trader that you want to be. Like I wouldn't really advise anyone to use a contraction and expansion strategy to day trade, because the results are not going to be as good. Like this is more suitable for trading, for long-term trades, really, medium to long-term trades, and obviously day trading is a totally different thing again. But anyway, so looking at the second trade I'm in is the one on the EasyJets, and I'm gonna go over to that one. Let's have a look at that one again. It's another contraction and expansion strategy that I've used on that one, but for that one I'm gonna have to go to the weekly chart, because so the market is in kind of a very long-term contraction, in a contraction phase. And usually when you understand this contraction and expansion strategy, the longer that this contraction and expansion, this contraction takes, the bigger the move that's coming. So we can expect another move on this one in the next coming weeks, probably months. But if you think about this expansion, it don't really take as long as a contraction. The contraction phase takes a really long time. Expansion phase doesn't take too long. But yeah, so like I said, currently the account, I'm down about 4 or 5% of my total equity, which is around 130k, and I'm not really, bothered about this. So this is what sometimes I have 2, 3, or even 4 trades open at the same time, but it's about kind of I mean, I do use, as you can see, I've got, I don't trade with stop losses, guys. I don't trade with stop losses. If the structure of the market changes, then I usually get out of the trade. But as long as the market maintains the structure, then I leave my trades open, like, so I mean, sometimes I do this limit, because you don't understand, you never know what the market can do once the market start rallying or something like that. You don't want to be, but it depends on the market you're trading as well. It depends on the market you're trading. Like I said, with this contraction expansion strategy, I can trade any market, pretty much any market. So I do a lot of research daily, looking into stocks and anything really. Like I said, cryptocurrencies, stock markets, indices, Forex, commodities, anything that's got a chart. You can use this contraction and expansion strategy to be able to make analysis on it, and predict where the market is likely gonna go. But yeah, so you guys, do you have any kind of questions? Like I said, this is not gonna be kind of a long video. The reason I'm making this video is because I've already made a video a few days ago when I showed you the US dollar Turkish lira trade that I took. That was, I think, a few days ago. It was on about 30 grand profit. So and like I said, I've just closed the trade, and and on over 40k profit. So that's the reason why I just want to show you these guys. But like I said, this is one of the accounts that I'm managing for one of my clients, and it's strictly swing trading that I do on this account. Day trading is not involved. This is just 100% swing trading, using one strategy, and that is the contraction and expansion strategy. Um, so if you guys have any questions in the charts about regarding anything, trading, anything you wanna have ask questions on. Um, so let's hear your questions. If not, like I said, this is not going to be a long it's not going to be a long stream. And also, I've recently joined TikTok. I'm posting a lot on TikTok in terms of trade setups and posting some live trades, educational stuff. So if you guys do follow me, I think the link to my TikTok should be in the description below. So I'm trying to be a little bit more active on these social media sites and trying to kind of you know post educational content, educational materials for you guys on there. So yeah, if you guys are any of you guys are okay, will I please adjust my volume? My mic, the volume is too low. The reason it's too low, like I said, is because I haven't got the headset on. So I hope now it's a lot better. Um, Audio not loud enough. How about now? How about now? Can you hear me now? Is it better now? Just let me know if it's better now, and then we can. Promise 699. I think I remember this guy from TradingView. You're from TradingView, aren't you? You're one of my loyal followers on TradingView. I'm not getting any response, so do I still need to work on the audio? Okay, good. So you can hear me now. But anyway, like I'm saying, yeah, I remember you from TradingView. I remember you from trading. So if you guys have any kind of questions, just drop it on the charts, and anything that you want to kind of ask about trading, or anything you want to know about trading, um, I'm here to help you. Like I said, I'm trying to be more active on one of these social medias, trying to post you guys as much educational content as possible. But like I said, even if those people that follow me on TradingView, I do post a lot of kind of different strategies. But you have to be careful, like how you kind of, as a trader, even as a trader, you have to be very careful how you go about managing your own trading account, in terms of you have to be able to keep things really basic and simple. What I mean by really basic and simple, you have to be really consistent in what you do. Like, don't be the type of trader that has a trading account and you're all over the place trading different strategies. You have to try and keep it simple. Like, it's good to know a lot of strategies, but sometimes that can be a bad thing if you attempt to kind of use every single strategy to trade on a single account. You just like I do have a lot of strategy. I do trade a lot of strategies, but I keep the strategies you know s- from a different portfolio to a different portfolio. I don't use the same strategies. you know like I do have, like I said, the big portfolios that I do have, I use the contraction and expansion strategy, because it's just a lot safer to understand the contraction and expansion strategy. It's a lot safer to trade it, because even though there's a lot that you need to know about it, I mean, when the market when the market is in any of these contraction phase, you know as long as you understand the behavior, as long as you understand the kind of corrective pattern, the kind of contraction that the market is making, then you're going to be able to determine when the expansion phase is going to happen, or where the expansion phase is going to end up. It's all about, every single thing comes to structure. Really understanding structure of the market is very, very important. I think I've stressed this so many times, that if you don't understand structure, then you shouldn't be trading there. You shouldn't even be a technical trader, because technical trading is all about understanding the structure of the market, and there's a lot of people that don't really understand the structure of the market. And so yeah, and obviously, like I said, the most important thing when it comes to trading is a psychological part. That's a psychological barrier that you have kind of need to overcome, because I know there's a lot of people out there that know how to trade. Knowing how to trade is not too difficult. I mean, understanding how trading works. That's what I mean by not knowing how to trade. Understanding how trading works is not something too difficult to do. Like, you can read about trading. You can, if you have the time and dedication enough, you can study a lot about trading, and you're going to be able to understand trading. But to be able to actually trade, and that's something that that you're going to have to really overcome a huge psychological barrier, because that's the learning process that takes people a long time to understand, or to kind of master. The emotional side of trading is what's going to take you a lot longer to master. It's not just um, understanding how to trade and stuff like that, because like I said, those kind of things, you can learn it. You can learn a strategy. I can teach you a contraction and expansion strategy. You can learn that easily. But being able to trade it, being able to apply it and trade it, is something that you have to go through the emotional learning process, because you're going to make mistakes, but then you have to learn from your mistakes, you know and eventually, obviously, you will be at the level where you can consistently make profit returns. Yeah, so I feel like I've been talking a lot, guys. See, if you guys in the chat, like I say, if you have any questions that you want to ask or anything, then feel free to do that. Or this stream is gonna probably end in about 7 minutes. I'll try and end this stream. Yeah, just a half an hour stream, really. And like I said, this is one of the accounts that I'm managing for one of my clients, and it's an account that started with 50K, and obviously started 3 months ago. So I've taken a few kind of swing trading trades on this account, and a couple of them have turned out to be really, really profitable, especially the one on the US dollar against the Turkish lira, which I've taken over 40K profit in that one. And if you're just joining me, obviously I've shown you guys we can go over the history again to have a look at that one as well. P&L closed. Turkish lira, like I said, these are the positions: the 3 grand, the 28 grand, one almost 2 grand profit, 3 grand, 3 grand. So they come up to round about just over 40K. Obviously it would have been a lot more, because obviously I've had to pay a lot of money in terms of the overnight holding rate, because if you understand trading, once you have that's probably one of the disadvantages of being a swing trader, or one of the disadvantages of trading what's it called, some of these exotic currency pairs. But as long as I'm a trader who, if I do an analysis, it doesn't matter what the currency pair is, it doesn't matter what the chart is. I do an analysis, and as long as if I see a trading opportunity that fits the plan, that fits my construction and expansion strategy, I take it regardless of what the market is. What time frame is the best to trade with? It depends on what kind of trader you are. If you're a day trader, you shouldn't go above 15-minute time frame if you're a day trader. If you're a swing trader, we're talking about an hour, 4 hours. Probably you're gonna have to start with H4. That's the beginning of but you can go up to a weekly if you're a swing trader. So yeah, so like I said, it just depends on what type of trader you are. Day trader, you have to stick to 15 anything below 15 minutes is that you're a day trader. Anything above H4, then you're a swing trader. Can you analyze New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen? Let's see. New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen. Japanese yen seems to be really weak um, lately. So I'm probably, if I look at this chart, yeah, well, oh, this is first thing I can looking at this weekly chart. I mean, I see a market that's likely to break the all-time highs, really, because we're looking at this again, contraction. This is a contractive pattern. This is a channel contraction. So the behavior of this market is, one thing you're guaranteed is this market is definitely going to go and break those highs. That's one thing I can guarantee you. But it doesn't mean that the market is going to go straight up in a straight line. It doesn't do that. Like I said, if you understand the behavior of a channel contraction, then you're going to know where the market is going to work. But the only thing I can tell you is this market is definitely going up to break those highs. So you should not be in a sold position. You shouldn't be selling the New Zealand Japanese yen. You should only be long on this currency pair. That's all I can tell you, because I'm looking at this on a weekly chart. So if the weekly chart is showing a contraction, that the market has already has recently broken out of that contraction, now the market is in an expansion phase, and this expansion phase can take us all the way to those highs and break those structure levels. Can you analyze Bitcoin USD? I think I've posted an analysis on Bitcoin on my trading view yesterday, haven't I? But let's have a look at that again. So looking at this on the weekly chart, you can see the market is bullish, but the market has recently broken a structure. We've broken this structure here. You know, guys, when the market breaks a structure, you know what the market does. The market is not gonna go up in a straight line. Even though I expect this market to keep going up, it's not gonna go up in a straight line. Break of structure brings room for a retracement. So this market will retrace, and I'm looking at this previous structure here. I see this market coming back to this previous structure before we get another move up. Now it doesn't mean that that's gonna happen straight away. Let's go on a much lower time frame and see daily chart, daily time frame. Now it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that this market is gonna go down straight away to this level. Like, no, this market could still go a little bit higher, but this is coming. This move is coming. This move is gonna happen whether you like it or not. So if you're someone who isn't in Bitcoin, or you're looking to get involved in Bitcoin, do not kind of have that thing that a lot of new traders have, which is the fear of missing out. When they see the market breaking structure, after breaking this structure, they will be like, oh my god, Bitcoin is going up, I need to get involved. Wait. Patience pays a lot. When you're a trader, you have to be really patient. So like I said, market has broken structure. This move is coming either now, or the market is gonna go up, and it doesn't matter, but this move is coming. And the thing that you don't know, nobody can tell you exactly when this is gonna happen. Nobody can tell you that. It might happen now. What you can guarantee yourself is the fact that the market has already broken structure. So to the market, correction is on the cards. But like I said, it can still go up higher before it gives you that move. It can give you that move now, or it can go a little bit higher before giving you that move. But that is gonna happen. So if you're someone who is not in Bitcoin and wants to get involved in Bitcoin, I think your best bet is to wait, because around between 50 to 55k, you're gonna get a chance to go long on Bitcoin. Anyway, I hope that answers your question, guys. I think I'm probably gonna be ending this stream, unless you guys have one final question. So I can take one more question before I end the stream. You're welcome, Promi. I said, if you guys are TikTok users, follow me. I have got that. I do post educational stuff on TikTok, trying to Thank you, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So yeah. So anyway, thank you so much, guys, for joining, and yeah, and I'll see you guys. Hopefully, just keep an eye on my channel because I've been posting a lot of. I'm trying to post a lot of educational content in terms of, for those people that want to learn how to kind of trade. What's it called? The advanced patterns or the structure in general. So I'm trying to be posting some short educational clips content on there. I might be posting some of my contraction and expansion strategy clips as well. So yeah, so hopefully I'll see you guys soon.